Well, let's talk about this movie. Yeah. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Movie Emporium's Netflix original movie review of May December, the newest film from director Todd Haynes. Okay, from the director of Carol and Far From Heaven comes a new film about a actress who basically travels to this couple's home in essence. And what makes it really interesting is this couple are the couple of an instance where a older woman basically seduced a younger kid, and now they are married and have twins. Well, as the movie moves along, the actress played by Natalie Portman and the mother played, of course, by Julianne Moore, start to kind of almost like interconnect a little bit when it comes to like the ticks and the ideas, and it starts to become this really darkly disturbing slash comedy that deals with what happens when the nature of the young kid has been put into this mindset that they may be the ones that cause the issue, and the actress starts to kind of really envelop herself into this world. And basically it's a story about like what actors and actresses will do to not only make the part authentic, but what it's like for a relationship in a world where it was a scandal in a lot of respects, an older woman versus a younger kid. And so that's the story of May December. The idea of May December, of course, is an older woman or an older man and a younger girl or guy, that type of thing. So that's what May December means. So when it comes to a movie like May December, it's a movie that gets a lot of buzz as the year goes along and as it hits film festivals, because it is an Oscar play, to be fairly honest. It's a film that, has like Natalie Portman and Julianne Moore in it, and it's a movie that really is selling itself, as most movies do this time of year. So going into this movie, I was expecting some great acting, but I didn't know anything about this movie. I didn't know it was actually kind of based loosely on a real situation where a young or a very older woman seduced a very young kid. And it was Todd Haynes is no different to when it comes to Oscar play movies, with of course the Carol movie and of course Far From Heaven. So I was really interested to see if this movie was going to be what I've heard, which is a really interesting, really complex, really darkly story with some really great performances. And so therefore my review of this film is it has two amazing performances, maybe a couple of my favorite performances of the year, with Julianne Moore and Natalie Portman. But it is a very dark movie. It's a very uncomfortable movie just on the material alone, when it comes to the idea of like what Julianne Moore did, as like what her character did as an older individual to this seventh grade person played by, of course, Charles Melton in this movie. And it's a very uncomfortable movie. It's a very well produced, very well directed movie. It is campy as hell when it comes to the idea of like the actress coming in to deal with the blah 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 or whatever. And Natalie Portman is just absolutely wonderful in this movie. But Julianne Moore is, oh my god, she is fantastic. She is creepy. She is scary. She's a person you don't want to come across. There are scenes in this movie where she doesn't impose her like domineerance to say, but like for instance, they'll be in like a dressing room with one of her daughters, one of her husband's like twin daughters, and you'll see her say something. It'll be more like an abusive say something that just comes off as like petty almost a little bit, but it's like the kids are like, okay, I'll go do whatever. And it's that type of stuff that happens in this movie. And the different characters and the different individuals that Natalie Portman starts to interview, how it comes off, like how Julianne Moore comes off as like a really disturbed individual. And you start to see it with like Charles Melton character, who plays her husband, who is this 36-year-old physician doctor who is the one that was part of the scandal. And here you can see that there's something truly wrong with him, in this fact that you almost feel like he was abused into a situation, he was manipulated, and now he has two kids that are getting ready to graduate, and it's starting to come to full effect. And as the synopsis says, an actress comes in and the marriage starts to kind of collapse under this like false pretense of a happy marriage. And even the kids can see it from afar that there's something truly wrong with this situation. And it's a really interesting movie. Todd Haynes is a really interesting director. He puts out really kind of hard-hitting, very darkly, sometimes comedic subject matter. Carol and of course Far From Heaven are very much in that realm, and it really is an interesting film. It might be one of my favorites of the year. I don't know at this point, because I'm still taking it all in, but it's a movie that I definitely recommend recommend. But it also reminded me of a tone of like A Simple Favor, which had Henry Golding and Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively in it, where you're watching and you're going, am I supposed to laugh? Am I supposed to feel uncomfortable? Like, what is happening? You know, that movie's just as campy as this one. But I wasn't a huge fan of that movie. But here, it's just, I guess I get the genre now, and this feels like that type of genre film where it's supposed to unsettle you and make you uncomfortable. But as you see the characters move along, especially Natalie Portman's character, who is having the most kind of transition when it comes to her character development, there is something truly unsettling, but you're laughing in the absurd nature of the situation, which is how we kind of get through uncomfortable situations, is we laugh about it. And that's kind of what happens here. You're kind of laughing just at that nature. And even though it's not a very comedic movie, it definitely makes you like uncomfortably laugh. And that's what it's set out to do. So overall, I have to give this movie high regards and high credit, because it's a movie that really is shot very well. It's definitely a hard, difficult movie to watch. But if you like these types of movies, or you're wanting to be kind of, contested when it comes to your movie fun and movie love, I think it's definitely worth a watch. I really do. I think you'll get something out of it. It is very complex in its nature when it comes to like the material it's dealing with. But I think it does it with aplomb, as they say in the whatever world they say it in. So overall, I really enjoyed this movie as much as it made me uncomfortable. And I love when movies do that. That makes me, love when people come out with like really interesting, difficult content that really works. So overall, recommend if you can handle it. If you can't, definitely know that I definitely understand. So overall, there you go. But with that said, that is going to be my take on Netflix's original movie, May December, coming out very soon. I think it's December 1st. Definitely check it out. So anyways, with that said, thank you so much for watching. Comments below if you're interested in seeing this movie, or if you saw A Simple Favor, all that good stuff. Let me know what you think. Let me know maybe what your favorite type of movie in this genre is. But otherwise, if you like what you see on this channel, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell at top to find what's coming next. If you like this video, awesome. Hit that like button. And as always, we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.